Hi, Tom here and welcome to this week's Circle Line Art School video, how to draw in 3-point perspective using 3 vanishing points, one looking up, one looking left and one looking right. The first step in this drawing is to draw a horizontal line towards the base of your page. Next, draw a vertical line at the centre of your page. Now draw a cross at the top of this vertical line for the top vanishing point. Next, draw 2 more vanishing points, one to the right and one to the left of the horizontal line. Now draw a series of guidelines from the top vanishing point towards the horizontal line. These lines will show us the shapes as they get smaller towards the vanishing point. So we're looking up towards the top vanishing point, and these guidelines will help us find where to put the building later on. Next, draw more lines coming from the right vanishing point towards the centre vertical line. And then we can repeat this for the third vanishing point on the left. Again, the lines go towards the centre vertical line. Now we can use all of these 3 different types of guidelines to draw a building in 3-point perspective. For this drawing, I'm basing it on the Amber Fort in India. So to start, we're looking up at the first wall, so I'll start on the right hand side. So we're using 2 vanishing points mainly, the top vanishing point, which is the one making us look up, and then the vanishing point on the right, which is allowing us to look to the right at the same time. Now we'll also need to use the third vanishing point, the vanishing point on the left. For any shapes that will go in that direction, we'll need to go towards that vanishing point. So by darkening some of the guidelines, I can create a building, noticing that the 3-point perspective is actually distorting the shapes. In a way, it's forcing us to see the building from a certain angle, so that we're mainly looking up at the building, but we're sort of aware at the same time that we're looking left and right as well. I'm going to add 3 cubes around the base of the building, and also as we're looking up at the building, it's a good tip to draw the edge of the roof overhang as well. Sometimes you might need to draw some more guidelines as you choose where you want your building to start and stop. For this drawing I'm using a 2B mechanical pencil, so the lines will be quite a bit darker when I press more firmly with the pencil. In this way I can see the building develop separately from the mass of guidelines that I drew at the beginning. Now I have the 3 cubes at the base, so I will draw an arch in this cube and then draw some lines to represent a walled path going towards the arch. Now on the side I'll add a wall at a steep angle, as this fort is on a hill, and that is really why we're using 3-point perspective, so that it will make us look up at the fort going away into the sky in the distance. This wall will have an uneven base, but a straight line for its top, a double line at the top to show the thickness of the wall. Next I can continue this line along the edge of the fort, and now draw an arch here and then a third arch on the left. Now I can add another diagonal wall here from this cube, again 2 straight lines for the top of the wall, but a jagged line again for the base as it is built on the uneven surface of the hill. And we can repeat this again with another wall here on the far left. We can add the edge of the hill on the left and right of the drawing. I think it's time to erase some of the guidelines that we no longer need, but I'll keep some of them within the building because I'm going to add some windows. To add the windows at the top of each of the walls, again I'm just using the guidelines that go towards the 3 vanishing points, and that will help me find the edge of the windows. I'll shade them in as I draw because I'm going to make this into a tonal drawing, a shaded drawing. On the amber fort there are also some thin arches embedded within the walls, and I'll add those too. These tool shapes will help make the drawing look even more dramatic. We can now shade in the roof overhangs. They'll be in shadow because generally the sun is high up and therefore things that overhang are in shade. And that will help create this sense of solidity to the building as well. I'll also shade in the inside parts of each of the arches. For the walls, I'm going to choose to make the right hand side of each of the wall a tonal shade. Doesn't matter if you use left or right hand side, but just one side of each of the walls could be a tone. And now I can add some broken shadows and shapes to this rocky hill to give it some sort of illusion of texture. Nothing too much. We could also add some steps to the fort here between these two walls that go up the hill. Thank you very much for watching this drawing. I hope you find it useful for your own drawings. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Circle Art School, where I make a new drawing every week. I also hope you consider joining me on Patreon, something new that I've started where you can join Circle Art School as an online art student. Just click on the link to find out more. Thank you very much and see you next time. Goodbye.